Yo.
Connecting the chat.
Yo.
All right.
Yo. Yo.
I think we're good.
Yo. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Mortal Kombat 1 prediction tier list.
This is
As you can see, we got all the characters on the tier list. This is the new thing. We definitely stole this from multiple YouTubers.
Definitely.
Maximilian Dude did this type of tier list, and Dynasty did this type of tier list. So I saw them do it, and I wanted to do one as well because I know that from Maximilian, Dynasty, and us two, we would all have different ideas of who we should be on the base roster. So I feel like this would be a good idea to do.
So
we will hopefully figure out a way on Thursday or sometime after to check out the reveal for Mortal Kombat, and then we'll talk about it, watch it, whatever. But yeah,
don't be alarmed, because everybody is in. Do not bring them back. Do not be alarmed.
So what we decided to do off camera was we decided to list off all the Mortal Kombat characters to make sure, one, that we have every single Mortal Kombat character that ever existed on this tier list, and then two, we put them in order from when they were revealed. So like from the Wikipedia page that I got is the order that we got from that page. They are and Do Not Bring Them Back, but we're going to drag them from Do Not Bring Them Back to other places if we feel like they go those other places.
Right. And if we feel like that they just belong in Do Not Bring Them Back, we move on to the next person.
Yeah.
So how I thought that this should go down is we both say where we think they should go. We then argue that point, and then we make the decision after we both argued the point where they go.
Right.
That good?
Yeah. So we don't know how long it's gonna go for. But we do also have a plan of putting any guest characters that we think of. Eats DNA food that was in the fridge. Okay.
No.
But we also have a plan of any guest characters that we think of or think should be in the game, to like show them on screen. We're not going to put them in the tier list because we don't know how to do that.
Right.
But we will show them on screen about like who they are, and then we'll explain why we think they should be in DLC and like the reason.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start it off. You got the first person, and that is Goro. So first things first. We'll bring it to both of us. I'll bring it to you first, and then I'll go. Do you think Goro should come back?
No.
Why?
I think he's had his moment. Because, like, he was, what, the first ever boss?
Yeah, so he's in the first ever Mortal Kombat.
So he was the first boss.
Yeah, I think so.
In Mortal Kombat. He got brought back in...
I think multiple games.
Multiple games. He's had his run. He's had his run.
Yeah, but you have to think about it this way as well. There is not many four-armed people.
You're not wrong. And I'll get to that later.
Okay.
I don't think Goro should come back.
You don't think Goro should come back?
Nope.
I also don't think Goro should come back.
Whoa!
Because Goro, in my opinion, I feel like Goro is their go-to forearm. And because of that, he's been in multiple games, whereas other forearm characters haven't. So...
Fair enough.
I think that's the reason why Goro should miss the game. It's nothing against Goro on him, like on the character. It's mostly against the fact that the creators of MK choose Goro over every other forearm character. Making those forearm characters, when they're in the game, like a questionable decision because they could have picked Goro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for that reason, that should change. And that's why... Goro is not gonna. That's why Goro, in our opinion, shouldn't be brought back. Now, Johnny. It's very clear Johnny's going to be in the base roster.
We
don't even have to argue about this one. Johnny's going to be in the base roster.
100%.
No question. No argument. We're moving on.
Next
Kano.
one is Kano.
Of course I am, said Johnny Boy. It's Kano. Okay, so here's what we have to think about. Before we argue any statement, any point, whatever, we have to think about the fact that he died in the last game that he was in.
He did.
In the story that he was in, he died.
Yeah.
So, keeping that in mind, I'm just gonna say my point first.
Okay.
Because I have an idea for him. So I feel like he could be cameo fighter.
Okay.
And I also feel like cameo fighter isn't gonna work the way that people are thinking. So I don't think it's gonna be.
It's not gonna work like boosts worked in MK11 to where like you only see them for a little bit of time.
So remember that like tower thing, and like someone would help you, and like Kung Lao would come out of nowhere if there was hat.
Yeah.
Like Reptile would come out of nowhere if there was acid ball. So I think that's how cameo fighter is gonna work.
Okay.
But I don't think that's just how the cameo fighter is gonna work. So I think that cameo fighters are gonna work where, like, you know how every character has a moveset? So it'd be like, choose your fighter, and then you'd be like, oh, I want to play Johnny Cage, choose your cameo fighter. It'd be like, oh, I want my cameo fighter to be Kano. Okay, you pick Kano, and then it's like, choose Kano's special move. So it'd be like, do you want Kano's cannonball? Do you want Kano's like laser thing? Do you want Kano's like throwing knife?
Right.
Like, do you want Kano to just like fucking like do some projectile, or do you want him to like do a cannonball? Like, I think you're picking out of the special moves that character would have had if they're a base roster character, instead of like just getting one special move. Like, oh, you pick Kano as a cameo fighter, he only has cannonball. Like, I think they're gonna expand on that, and not just, oh, cameo fighter is you get that one assist. Like, I think it's gonna be like Dragon Ball Fighters, so where like every character has like 3 assists.
Right. That's
then
you
you pick
point.
You pick like what
That's
assist you want.
Point.
And then like pro players be like, well, this assist sucks, this assist is cool, and this assist is bad for Kano. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that came a thing in mind that I have the idea for, because I don't know if that's true. I feel like Kano will be a cameo fighter because he died in the MK11 story.
Right. So I was gonna say base roster.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those characters that if you think of Mortal Kombat, 9 times out of 10
you're thinking of
Kano. But with the way that you think that the cameo fighter is gonna work, I wouldn't mind Kano there.
Yeah, because I feel like also, if you look at Kano's MK11 moveset, there's other characters that will grab.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. There's other characters that will do projectiles.
Yeah.
And there isn't another character. Good night, Johnny Boy. There isn't another character that'll cannonball.
Right.
But, like, you know, it's just a matter of like
they could always have another character have his moveset.
Yeah. Plus,
I get it.
I'll get to this later, but there could be a Kano replacement.
Right. So you say cameo. I say you've convinced me.
Yeah.
Cameo.
Okay, Liu Kang's in the game.
In the fucking game.
Raiden in the game.
Is in the game.
Who is that?
It's Reptile.
That's who?
It's Reptile. I want him to be in the game so bad.
I think Reptile's in the game. I think if there's...
You know what? I'll make an argument for DLC.
No, I think he's in the base roster.
You think he's in the base?
Because I think if there's one ninja out of all of them that is guaranteed being a base roster besides the one that they showed in the trailer. Like, even before they showed the trailer, I think every single person and their mom, whoever, thought that Reptile, or believes that Reptile is in the base roster.
Right. So you say we say base roster.
Yeah.
Okay. Scorpion
base roster
in the game.
Shang Tsung is DLC.
Is he? Oh,
yeah, because he's pre-order bonus. I don't want to make a rules just for that, so we're just gonna put him DLC.
Okay, Sonya was not shown in the trailer.
No. Here's what I'm gonna say about Sonya. And this is like very easy for why I think she's in the base roster. The only way Cassie Cage is made is if Sonya is in this base roster to fuck Johnny. So I think that's the reason why she's in the base roster.
Okay.
That's literally my only point. You can argue, but that's all I got.
I want to argue, but there's no other argument.
Yeah,
it's
the dumbest argument. I don't want Sonya in the game. But if Sonya's not in the game, Cassie Cage isn't born, so
yeah, that's fair. Sub-Zero.
Yeah, you saw it in the trailer.
Baraka.
Alright, here's my opinion on Baraka. So, Baraka is that one character that they bring in to be the strongest jobber. If you don't know what jobber means, basically they bring Baraka in to be the strongest, weakest character. So, what I mean by that is if you, I think it was MK11. If you saw MK11, Melina and Baraka, I think, were coming out of somewhere with a bunch of Tarkatans.
Mm-hmm.
So like the same race that Baraka has. Literally take out Baraka, and Melina's leading a bunch of Tarkatans.
Yeah.
Like, Baraka is just the strongest Tarkatan. I think I'm saying it right. Hopefully I'm not butchering the name. But he's the strongest of that race to represent that race. That's all he is. So I don't think they need him.
So I'm going to make an argument for cameo.
I mean...
a cameo fighter.
Yeah, I think... So...
Because isn't Melina half and half?
Yeah, I think so.
She has like Tarkatan DNA mixed within her actual
Katana
DNA.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like
she's like half and
half. So okay, if we're putting Baraka cameo, this is what we got to think about. What moves does he have that he could do as a cameo? Because he had that spark thing, so that's a projectile. He could run and do this. Yeah, he can run in and do this.
It's literally the only way I know his moves.
But what else can he do? Because if he does a command grab, it doesn't work with combos.
In MK11, he had that flag thing that boosts his powers, so he could like put down a flag and boost like your damage for a little bit.
I mean, I guess, but that actually has to work because I don't think that flag should work at all.
I don't think it worked either. I think they put it in just to be cool.
I think they're like, oh look, flag. But yeah, I can see him being a cameo. If not cameo, then he's not in the game.
So cameo, or just do not bring him back?
I think cameo.
Cameo, okay. Jade.
All right, so
she didn't die.
What is Jade known for? Because I can think of two things.
She's known for fucking Kodokan.
And
that's it. That's all I can think of.
So the two things for me was Jade is known for fucking Kodokan.
Yeah.
And she's known for being Katana's right hand.
Okay,
Basically, she's known for being Katana's bitch. Like, Katana's like, oh my god, like, Liu Kang's dick is, like, so small, and I'm tired of fucking him, but I love him. And Jade's like, I hear you, sister. She's, like, doing her nails.
I'm sorry to say this, but kind of like Kung Lao to Liu Kang.
Yeah.
Almost.
A little bit.
A little bit.
So, I feel like Jade has been in every Mortal Kombat game besides X, from what I can think of. I don't know if that's true. You can prove me wrong, but I feel like she's been in every single one besides X. So for that reason, I don't think she should be brought back, but she does have like a lot of moves that could be cameo.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I could see her as DLC, but I wouldn't want to play her if she was DLC, so I don't know. I'm stuck between cameo, DLC, and do not bring them back.
So she was my main for a little bit in MK11.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted a female.
If she was your main, what moves can she use at the cameo?
So she has that thing where she like takes her staff and she like moves her staff a little bit.
Like she does that like that poke thing, right?
Yeah, she does like a little poke thing, and then she also has an ability to where she can make like her aura purple, and then that way people can't throw projectiles at her for that time.
And then she has a projectile that she throws.
Yeah, she has like a little.
So I think for her cameo moves, so she can throw that projectile, and then she can like come in and do that thing while like that will help with the combos, and then she can have that third ability that'll make it as like when you use her cameo fighter thing, she makes you invisible to projectiles.
Yeah, obviously, because like if she makes herself.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to have her as a cameo for that move. So, like, yeah, I feel like she's either cameo, DLC, or do not bring them back.
I'll say cameo.
Because I feel like if Jade was DLC, like, I don't know. I just don't know why.
MK11 was her comeback.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't in MKX. So they had to bring her back, and they had to like remodel her.
But if you really, really, really think about when they brought Jade back, she had no story besides being Kotal Khan's fuck girl.
That's true. That's 100% true.
All right.
Jax.
Now hear me out.
Don't.
If you have paid attention to Jax from MK9, X, and 11. This man's tired. This man is tired.
Have him go.
So,
but, to be fair, the same thing applies for Sonya than it does for Jax. If there's no Jax in the universe, then Jackie doesn't exist.
And you're right. And this brings you to a great point. So, I think if Liu Kang's going to reset the world, reset the universe, Jax is going to have arms.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Great, right?
Oh my god.
Amazing. He's not going to have metal arms. So if he's a cameo fighter, then his arms won't get broken. Right? Right?
You're not wrong.
So, to save this man's motherfucking
all
arms.
All of his moves is with his metal arms. Except for like a fucking machine gun that he pulls out of nowhere.
Yeah, so make this motherfucker Striker with more weapons as a cameo fighter.
Because like, he has that like ground and pound thing.
He
can't do that if he has human arms.
Okay. So what if he has human arms?
Uh-huh.
And then he gets metal arms on top of the human arms.
So it's kind of like Iron Man with his suit.
Yeah.
So like he presses a button and he just
yeah. So like you see, he has his normal arms. This is gonna lead to a big point though. So just want to make sure remember Jax. But he has his metal arms, and then because he has his metal arms, like that he can just activate like suit wise, Iron Man wise, he can like use those without his arms being fucking ripped off.
That's true. Like who ripped off his arms? Ermac?
I'll wait for that one.
Oh god.
But yeah, I feel like Jax because he's tired. Because if you think about Jax's moves, he fits perfectly. So like he can do that thing, projectile, boom. He can have plenty of projectiles. He can throw a fucking grenade.
Yeah.
He have a rocket launcher, machine gun, any projectile.
So
that's part of a reason why I think Sonya can also be a cameo fighter. But I ain't gonna get into that because she has to be a main character to be in the story to fuck Johnny to make that the case. So
right. So cameo.
Yeah. So
next we got
Kintaro.
DLC. Absolute DLC. In my opinion, this is the four-armed beast that needs more love. DLC. He needs more love. He gets outshined by Goro every game that they're in together.
I gotta look at something. So because I want him to be base roster. But the only way I feel like he's base roster is if his story makes sense with what they're doing, which I'm gonna get into later as well.
Okay.
I'm just gotta.
I think if he's not base roster, then he's DLC.
Yeah, I honestly he needs to be in the game.
He needs to be in the game.
I feel like he needs to be in the game. I don't think he shouldn't be in the game. It's just a matter of like his story as a character has to work around the entire.
This dude was fucking sick in Armageddon, and he still got outshined by Goro.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
The thing is, in I forgot which one it was, but he was Goro's bitch.
Yeah.
In one of the MK games, I think it was 9, because like Goro was there, and then like Goro like got told to do something, and Goro was like, "Okay, come on, Kentaro," and then like.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for.
I need him to get some love. That's it.
For Kentaro.
I need him to get some love.
I hate that he's not a part of the games, and I feel like he definitely should be a part of the games.
Yes.
I'm looking for this motherfucker. Is he in the original Mortal Kombat? Koro, Baraka. We talked about Baraka. Jade. We talked about Jade. Jack. Tintaro. Tintaro is the sub-boss of Mortal Kombat 2 and a sub-boss in the reboot. He's also the penultimate boss of Shaolin Monks, a Shokan. He shares his species' forearms and imposing size, but is distinguished by his tiger-like stripes. Kentaro participates in Shao Kahn's attempt to conquer Earthrealm and during the second game. So Shao Kahn is the thing to remember. In which he is defeated by Liu Kang. In the reboot, he is also defeated by Kung Lao. The reboot also establishes him as being responsible for Cabal's injuries. In 2015 MKX prequel, Kentaro is killed by Sonya while she is under Havoc's control. That's cool.
That's cool.
The character was a stop motion. Okay, we don't gotta read all that. So, because of his story, I think it makes the most sense to put him DLC. And I'll tell you exactly why when we get to the person that was mentioned. Katana.
I need him to be in the game.
Katana is base roster. There's no doubt.
So is
Kung Lao. No
so
doubt.
Is Melina.
No doubt.
This
Who the fuck is
Noob? That? My boy.
DLC.
Really?
Yeah. There's a very big point for why I think it's DLC.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can say it. Yeah. Okay. So I think Noob is DLC because Noob is Bihan.
Yeah.
And in order for Bihan to turn into Noob, Sub-Zero has to die.
Yeah.
And because if you saw the trailer, Scorpion didn't want to kill Sub-Zero, what it looked like.
Yeah, he wanted to team up with him.
I don't think Sub-Zero's gonna die.
Oh! Since Liu Kang reset the timeline,
yeah,
Scorpion never killed Sub-Zero,
so Scorpion never killed Bihan, who turned into New Saibot.
Damn, so Noob doesn't exist.
No, which is why I think because there's a lot of Noob fans, him being DLC would bring attention to the DLC.
Yeah.
So I think Noob would be DLC.
Bro, let's just talk about real quick. Shang Tsung was DLC last year, and now he's fucking pre-order bonus?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is that?
I don't like that. But there's a lot of things that they can do with Shang Tsung, though. Shao Kahn.
Shao Kahn.
So
I blanked on his name.
The reason why I said Kentaro is DLC is because Kentaro apparently is attached to Shao Kahn. I don't think Shao Kahn's coming back.
You don't think so?
No. I think he should come back, not for him.
Didn't he die?
I have no idea. But I think so. I feel like Shao Kahn should come back, not for Shao Kahn, for his moveset. And for his like,
his moveset's fucking insane in MK11.
No, like for his moveset, and for like him as a character that you play, not anything having to do with any story or thing. Because his character sucked in MK11, like
his story.
No. Like his moveset.
I liked his moveset.
Whatever,
a lot.
He was ass. Like, if you ask any pro. Whatever about Shao Kahn, no one played him.
Pre-order bonus.
Yeah, he was pre-order bonus. No one played him besides like one or two people because he was that bad. He was like that bad.
Damn.
So should he come back because of his play style and his like armor a little bit? Yes. But should he come back for his whole character and story? No. So that's why I feel like he should stay there.
I would agree because of the fact that same thing with Goro, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He's ran his course.
Yeah.
He's done. He's
Which
done
is
being
also
the villain.
Another point, but it's something I have later.
He's ran his course. He's done being the villain.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more cons in this game now.
Yeah.
Because of Katana now being a con.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kodokan.
I think the only way Shao Kahn's in this game is if he's featured because of old games. So like if they show like a clip and it's like an old thing, where like Shao Kahn like fought like Liu Kang or whatever, like you fought like Raiden or whatever, or like Shao Kahn.
It's like a vision.
Yeah, it's like an old like a flashback.
Right.
Like he talked to Katana when she was a daughter, or like, you know what I'm saying, like when she was like a little baby. Like I feel like that's the only way Shao Kahn will be in the game.
Right.
So moving on. Smoke, he's base roster. I feel like Smoke. I feel like Smoke and Reptile are neck and neck.
Yeah.
For which ninja do you bring back the most?
Yeah.
Because obviously you put a Scorpion in there. Mm-hmm. Obviously you put a Sub-Zero in there. After those two, who do you bring? What ninja do you bring back? And
it's Reptile.
am 100% certain that it's Reptile and Smoke.
Right.
Like,
I was gonna say, if he's not base roster, then he would be DLC next to Noob. Because they're kind of neck and neck as well.
Yeah.
But
I only say Noob's DLC because he was in the last game, whereas Smoke wasn't in the last game, so that's why I think he's base roster. So I think they just kind of like swap spots.
Chameleon. I think he should stay put.
I don't think anyone is gonna know who he is if he got added to the game, and that is the only reason.
I can make an argument for cameo.
But I think so. Someone said that Chameleon's moves were all based off of someone else's moves.
Yeah.
Which is why
he was a copy ninja.
Yeah,
which is
why he can't be cameo.
Damn.
Because of the fact that they thought that it would be broken. So if I'm going off of what that person said, and going off of what I said about the cameo thing, then I believe the only way Chameleon would work is if he's a copycat for every cameo fighter. So Chameleon is like, okay, let me get Jax's rocket launcher with Jade's
projectile,
with Jade's like thing that makes you like be like invincible to projectiles, with Kano's cannonball, and then I can pick out of those three.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's how he would work.
That'd be really cool though.
But it could also be really broken.
But like I was saying more for like the nostalgia factor, because there will be those old school players that are just like, oh my god, Chameleon is in the game.
But I do feel like if they're gonna put a Chameleon in the game, they're gonna put the female one for representation, female representation.
Yeah, they definitely would.
So that's how I feel about it. But I also don't think
he stays put.
Okay.
I say he stays put.
Yeah, I think he stays there too. So
Cyrax.
on to the next. I'm gonna say the next two characters. That looks like Cyrax Sector.
Nope, it's Cyrax Ermac. Sector is over here.
Okay, well we're gonna talk about Cyrax Sector.
We can pair them together.
So
we can
I feel
boom or whatever.
I feel like they can go a couple routes with these two characters. So with Cyrax Sector, they can do Triborg. And then, here's the thing though. If they do Triborg, because Smoke was involved with Triborg.
Yep.
So if they do Triborg, I think they take out Smoke if he's going to be in the game. And they do Cyrax Sector Frost.
Ooh.
And and maybe Noob.
Okay.
Cyrax, Sector, Frost, and maybe Noob.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
And then they could put Triborg in the game, and then they can like figure out a way to tie him to the base roster, and say like he's like an abomination cyber ninja.
Okay.
And that can be the story.
Right.
And then for his gear and cosmetics, he can have a color skin of each cybernetic ninja.
That'd be sick. And then like the head, like can switch from like
different and then that way you wouldn't have to do the thing of like putting Cyrax in the game, putting Sector in the game, putting Frost in the game, putting Noob in the game. Like you can have them all be one character together. So for that reason,
base roster.
I don't think any of them are base roster. I think Triborg is base roster. He's just not on this list.
He's not on this list. So for that point being made,
but I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
But for them individually as characters, I don't think they're gonna be in the game because I think weren't they in 11?
No. Scared the absolute shit out of me. Oh my god. No, they weren't. They weren't 11 as base.
They weren't 11?
No, they were in the story as like, I guess you could say cameo fighters.
They were in 11 to like fight Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
Yeah, but then they weren't in like the actual
they weren't
roster.
Like, that's what I mean. Like they were in the story.
Yeah, they were in the story.
So
that scared the fuck out of me, by the way.
I feel like that's enough. Because I feel like they can go a couple routes with this. So they can either do here, in my opinion, I feel like this is what they can do. They can do Triborg. You listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
You weren't like saying anything. They can do Triborg. They can do Cyrax, Sector, Frost, Noob as cameos.
Yeah.
Or they can like have Cyrax, Sector in the game.
I think their last game that they were in was X.
I think the last game that Cyrax and Sector were in was 9. And then the last game,
they were.
And then the last game,
Triborg was in.
Was X. And then the last game Frost was in, and Noob was 11. Was 11.
Yep.
So I feel like that's why I feel like Smoke will be in the base roster. But I feel like if they put Triborg in the base roster, Cyrax in the base roster, Sector in the base roster, Frost in the base roster, they're running back that cyber story. You know what I'm saying? That one small cyber story, and I don't think they're going to run that back. So for that reason, I think Cyrax, Sector, Frost are going to be cameos. I honestly think Cyrax, Sector is going to be cameos, but Frost is going to be out of the game.
Out of the game completely?
Out of the game completely, yeah. I don't think they ever cared about Frost's character.
I honestly don't think so as well. Like, I don't think they cared about Frost
I don't like that Cyrax and Sector would be cameos, but at the same time, I don't see what other story they'll have unless they're human.
They were human in
MK9. And then it would just rerun back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way they don't rerun back the story. If they're part of the game.
Yeah, but like, you gotta think about it like this. The timeline reset.
Yeah.
So, like, we don't know how far the timeline has reset.
Right. But then you have to think about this as well. Whose side would they be on? If they came back...
Feel like because they were villains in MK11.
I don't think they were villains
because they were leading the robot army.
But I'm thinking like in MK9 and MK11.
MK11 they were villains.
MK9
in the story. MK9 they were in the tournament. They were in
between.
They were like iffy.
So I feel like they're neutral. So I don't know who they would side with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like the idea of Triborg making a return.
Yeah, and then I also feel like if you have them in the story, they're always together. So like, I don't think you can have them in the story and separate them, unless this is the first time they do that. You know what I'm saying? Like have Cyrax be like, guys, have Cyrax be like, Sector, I don't think being on the evil side is the right thing, and then Sector being like, no, Cyrax, join me. But then it's just like an MK9 thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's how I feel with those characters.
I don't like it, but
I just don't know what else they do. I think either they do, or they make them DLC. I didn't even think about that.
All of them like
Cyrax and Sector DLC
as like one character or as two separate characters.
I mean, it would be sick if they were one character.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like Cyrax and Sector has always been like a pair.
It would be really cool. Honestly, I want to put them in DLC as one character.
Okay.
Like, I feel like it'd be fucking sick.
Let's do it.
I feel like it'd be sick. You know how that one thing that me and Rico talking about, the Dragon Ball Legends assist thing?
Yeah.
Like, imagine if, like, you do a move as Sector, and then, like, you go to, like, to do, like, the way to do the move, and then Cyrax just comes, like, you just turn into Cyrax.
Yeah.
Like,
that'd be dope as shit. Okay, so they're gonna be in DLC, but we're specifying that they'll be in DLC as one character.
They'll be in DLC as the name for that one character
is Cyrax
and Cyrax /
Sector. Yeah, and you can like select. Oh, imagine it's like have you ever like played with like Bionicles as a kid?
Keep going.
So
I'm
like
not sure.
They're like robots that you can like build and stuff like that.
Customly make.
Yeah. So what if Cyrax and Sector, you can take parts from each of them and make like a hybrid robot?
That would be kind of cool.
So like you can like pick like Cyrax, right? And you can have one of his arms be Sector's flamethrower.
Right.
And then the other one, Cyrax's like net thing that he does. And then like one of his legs is like Cyrax's jetpack boost thing. And then like the other one is like maybe the same thing. But like imagine it's like customizable like that. You can have like half and half.
I'm trying to think of a way.
That would be dope as shit.
I'm trying to think of a way they can do trying to think of a way they could do human form, because doing robot form would be a lot easier. Yeah,
robot form would definitely be a lot easier.
But so it's okay. So here are my ideas. I'm thinking like half and half. So like this, like all the way down, and like this side is Sector and this side is Cyrax.
Ooh, that would be
like
cool.
He throws bombs like this side and the arm trap this side, and then he does like the fire missiles and shit like this side. Like I feel like that'd be sick. But I'm trying to think about how they would do that human, and the only thing I keep coming back to is how they made TMT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
right,
in Injustice.
Oh yeah, where
they kind of like with Leonardo, they all kind of just came in.
Yeah, as his ultimate.
Yeah,
they all kind
of. No. Even as just Leonardo, you can have them all come in. Like Mike, he can come in with his skateboard. And then, like, Raph can come in with it.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's just if we're doing that for Cyrax and Sector, how do the cameos work with them?
They would just have a separate, like, another helper.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking that cameo fighters, they're gonna be on screen.
Yeah.
So like if it's the thing with the issue with it that I'm thinking about now is that if we're doing human form and like let's say like the person fighting is Cyrax, and then Cyrax calls in Sector to do his like missiles, and like Sector comes in and he's doing his missiles, and then while Cyrax is doing that, he calls in our cameo fighter Jax to just shoot his rocket launcher. They would all possibly be in the same spot. So it'd be like Sector and then Jax would be
probably, but you can do the exact same thing with TMNT. you can have them, like, if you do the right combo, you can literally have them all do it at the same time.
Yeah.
And all be on screen at the same time.
Yeah, I guess
so. So if, I mean, it's the same creators of the same game. If they can figure it out for Injustice, I'm sure they can figure it out for MK. If they really want to do that.
Because I like the idea of, like, an assist DLC character.
That's sick. Moving on, Ermac.
You're probably not gonna like me for this one.
No, don't.
I feel like Ermac is DLC.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that.
You're down for that?
I'm down for that.
What did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna be like, "Don't bring him back."
No. I think Ermac is a DLC because of the fact that I feel like
I just remembered they killed this man in the crypt.
Not even that. They killed him way earlier. I think that's how they made Noob. No. Because he was doing that, like, thing in MK9 where, like, the big like tornado thing.
Yeah.
And then they threw Noob into that tornado thing, and mixing that whole thing, murdering both of them.
Yeah.
And then Ermac came back in the crypt
and gets thrown off of a fucking bridge.
Yeah. So I feel like
killed him in the crypt.
I feel like if Ermac's coming back, he's DLC, and then he'll be in, like, a DLC pack.
Love it.
That's called Ninja Pack.
Love it. Absolutely love that.
And it's like a couple ninjas. Pause.
Love it.
But, like, that's why I've been like...
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, Jax won't get his arms ripped off. Because the person that ripped off Jax's arms is Ermac.
Yep.
So if he's DLC, Jax can keep his fucking arms.
That's true.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Cabal.
Ooh.
I say main main roster.
Yeah, you're not gonna like what I had to say.
You're gonna say don't bring him back?
No, cameo.
Cameo?
So I feel like you'll probably know better because I don't play Cabal.
I play Cabal.
Does he ever play Cabal?
Yeah. He has his fucking things that he throws.
Oh, he throws them.
Yeah, he throws them, but they come back as like boomerangs. And then he has the fucking disc thing that he throws onto the ground as well.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely see him as cameo fighter.
Yeah, he has that dash as well.
Because I feel like
into you and you spin.
Imagine this: Kung Lao doing a combo, and then he has Cabal. Like, as soon as he's about to, like, drop the combo, he has Cabal come in to do the spin thing. But they're stood there and just like spinning around like this. And then Kung Lao spins a combo. Like, I feel like Cabal is going to be, like, one of the best cameos.
That is heat. I do hope that he is base roster.
Yeah.
But we can put him in cameo for that. Female Chameleon, we can move on.
Who is that?
This is the
Motaro?
Yes. This is the Centaur.
I farted.
This is the Centaur, dude.
I'm looking for him. Because I don't know much about him. Motaro. Motaro is the sub-boss for Mortal Kombat 3. A four-legged Centaurian. He leads Shao Kahn's extermination squads. Ooh.
I think he would be cool to have in base roster, but it just I don't know if it makes sense.
He possesses the abilities to teleport, fire energy blasts from his tail, and deflect opponents' projectiles. He returned in Armageddon.
He did return in Armageddon
due to a curse placed on his species by the Shao Kahn. The character from the first 3 installments not present during the He only appears in story mode cinematics, which depict him being killed by Raiden. Okay.
I think
Shao Kahn attached.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn. I think cameo fighter. Are you gonna say don't put him in the game?
I'm gonna say DLC.
Are you gonna say DLC?
Yeah.
I don't know if people would care if he was in DLC.
But imagine this. Like a former boss DLC pack. Because I'm thinking about the DLC packs. So they're saying that he's a former boss. You know what else is a former boss? Kentaro.
That's true.
So he can be in a pack with Kentaro. I don't know what he has to offer as a character. All I know is he's probably hasn't been in the game for a while.
He would play... I'm trying to think of who he would play like.
Because it says Fireball, Teleport, and deflects opponent's projectile. So that's not giving me much of like what he'll do without super moves.
So he would like... I don't know. I'm thinking about it, and I don't really like his moveset. So he would do like a little like donkey kick.
Donkey kick?
Like, have you ever seen like a donkey kick something? They like stand on their front legs and they kick with their back. I think that's how like the combination would start, and then he has fists.
I'm thinking he'll do like a teleport, like how Kung Lao does. And then like a fireball, like how Liu Kang does, just with its ass. And then, yeah, because it's the tail. And then,
I thought you were about to be like, he farts fireballs out of his asshole.
And then he'll like do a thing like Nightwolf to deflect it, like deflect the projectiles. I don't know, how would he fight? How did he fight?
He has fists.
Yeah, well, but like, can he kick? Like,
he would have to kick, like how I said.
So he would have to do like an Aaron Black type of drop kick.
Yeah, basically.
So that would be like one of his main like fatal blow question things.
Yeah.
And then I guess he would.
He could like run at you with a headbutt.
He sound yeah.
He
honestly.
could like gallop with a headbutt.
He sounds to me like he would be a slow type of character.
He definitely would be a slow, bulky type of character.
I don't know. I just think I'm thinking like him in a pack with Kentaro could attract like, oh shit,
OG
they're bringing
characters.
back bosses.
Yeah, OG.
Yo, characters. What if Onaga's in this pack? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. So I feel like for that reason it could be DLC, but I also don't know because I don't know much about the character. So I'm leave that to you. That's my opinion. I feel like marketing wise and like what they're selling.
I do feel like it's a good tactic to bring back OG players to your game, but his moveset would kind of suck. All right.
Keep him there and we'll come back to him.
Okay. Nightwolf.
Okay, so I heard a thing.
You heard a thing?
I heard a thing from a dude. Named Dynasty.
Okay. Yeah.
That Nightwolf's ending in the story arcade, whatever the fuck it was, involved Lady Nightwolf.
Lady Nightwolf?
Yeah. Involved a Lady Nightwolf. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's not true.
So, is he thinking that Nightwolf is going to return with
as a female character?
Oh, as just the female character.
As a female Nightwolf.
Ooh.
So for that reason,
base roster,
I feel like she would be base roster.
Base roster. That's
because
fair.
if you watch his video, which I know you didn't because you probably have no idea who the guy is, but in his base roster, he did a lot of female representation, which, in my opinion, I feel like that's what MK is gonna lean towards. So that's why I feel like Lady Nightwolf could be in there, but Nightwolf as him, I don't think it's gonna be in there. Because if you really look at Nightwolf, I don't think he has much to offer.
He doesn't have
besides
much to offer
the fact
with
that he gets killed by Sindao.
He doesn't have much to offer with story, but his moveset is dope.
Yeah.
Like, if you go in depth with his moveset, it's like spiritual and like they have like the spirit of animals and shit like that. They have like the bear, the eagle, and then it's really cool. It's a really cool moveset. So I could see him as cameo, honestly. But with the whole possibility that you said about a female Nightwolf, I think that they put
because you also have to think
her
about
in.
if they take Nightwolf out of the game, they don't have that Indian character.
No, they don't.
That will represent that Indian culture.
Yeah, they don't. And with it being a female, I think it represents it even better.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, base roster, I like it.
Who'd that be?
Rain.
Oh, yeah, Rain's in the end.
My boy Rain. Bring him back.
With the whole Denia thing,
he should be.
I don't see how he's not. Plus, according to Dynasty,
okay,
because I watched the video today.
Yep.
This would be Rain's first game back,
mm-hmm.
like on the main roster since Armageddon.
Yes. Yeah.
So
because he was DLC
for MK9
and MK11.
Missed MKX. So the base roster in MK1 makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Who'd that be?
This is Shiva. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was DLC last year. She was DLC not last year. I keep saying last year. Last game she was DLC.
What did she do in MK11 in her story?
I
forgot. Cause she was in Aftermath.
I didn't play the Aftermath story. I still haven't, so
forgot. Either way, I feel like Shiva is gonna be base roster.
You think so?
Because I feel like with the whole female representation thing,
that makes sense.
Shiva, who's not in a lot of Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah, that's true.
But I think she was in 9. I don't think she was in X. And she was in 11.
Yep.
So I feel like with Shiva being in the game, again, she can replace Goro's spot.
She can definitely replace
And then because she's replacing Goro's spot, she's also a female. So she's a female replacing Goro. Female representation.
Put her in there.
Absolutely. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Sindel
should be in there.
Should be
Mother of Katana.
So this is young Sindel. I say we just put her with Sindel.
I think we should just keep her there.
Keep her there, I guess.
So Sindel will be in the game.
Striker?
Cameo.
You think cameo? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so
he definitely has a cameo moveset.
I think Striker will be cameo, but he won't be used as Striker anymore. He'll be used as like the cops that like follow Sonya around.
Sonya, right.
So like
that makes a lot of sense.
So he'll be like a best fit cameo for Sonya.
Fujin. He was DLC last game.
So the only reason that I'm like not sure about him is because he's a god.
I think base roster.
I know, but hear me out.
Okay.
The only reason I'm unsure about him is because he's a god. Raiden is god, so you can make that argument. But I think Raiden got stripped of his powers after the timeline stopped.
Yeah, because of Liu Kang kind of absorbed his powers.
Yeah.
And like made him God Liu Kang.
Yeah. So if Fujin's in the base roster and he's in Liu Kang's timeline, is Fujin a god?
Yeah.
In a timeline.
Yeah.
Because if he is, then Fire God Liu Kang putting a god in a timeline.
Well, because he's also a good guy.
Yeah,
so, like,
but
Liu
I
Kang
feel like,
wouldn't see him as a threat.
I know, but I feel like if Liu Kang were to put him in his timeline, he would have to, in my opinion, strip him of his god powers, which would make him just a win character, which I don't think would be a reason to take him out of the base roster. I'm just trying to think about, like, would they rather just take him out because of the fact that he's still a god, or would they take him, or would they keep him in but just say he's not like the wind god Liu Kang? I mean the wind god Fujin. So I still think he's base roster.
Okay.
But I just don't know how they're gonna go
with his character.
How his god terms are gonna work.
Oh God, how do I pronounce this guy's name? Quan Chi. Quan Chi, there it is. Quan Chi. I would love to see him as DLC.
I
because
think he's DLC because I have a big plan for him with like this whole thing that I'm thinking about. So I feel like they're going to do an aftermath type thing.
Yeah, they're gonna do an after DLC.
And 2,
story.
I don't think it's gonna lead into another thing. I don't think Shang Tsung is on his own.
So you think that Quan Chi...
that trailer that they showed with the whole like, he's gonna beat everybody up and kill everybody.
Then more people start coming through.
No. I don't think that's. I think that's a complete fake.
You think it's a complete like throw off?
Yeah, I don't think. I think they made so when he kills everybody. I don't think that's in the story. I think that's just them messing around in exhibition.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
So I don't think Shang Tsung's killing everybody on his own.
There's absolutely no way.
So I think he's going to recruit people to help him, and then if his like recruit people to help him fails in the story, I don't know if you're looking
in the story.
If his recruit thing fails in the story, then in Aftermath he goes to recruit DLC people.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
To help him more,
and
being Kintaro, Quan Chi, him and Quan Chi like are boys, homies.
They're homies.
Like they don't like each other sometimes, but like they literally help each other.
But like
a lot. And then who better to fuck with everybody's mind than Quan Chi?
Yeah, true. If Quan Chi's in the game, right?
Oh, and Ermac. I completely forgot Ermac.
Ermac, yeah. If Quan Chi's in DLC and they do a DLC story, then that means Quan Chi can still talk Scorpion into killing Sub-Zero.
They can remake everything. Quan Chi is a big point.
He's a big
So think about it this way. If with Quan Chi in the game, with Quan Chi out of the game, this is what you can't have. You can't have Scorpion killing Sub-Zero.
Yep. You can't have Noob.
You can't have Revenants.
Nope. They made those.
You can't have
Didn't he create Ermac?
You can't have Ermac.
He created Ermac.
You can't have Jax's arms getting ripped off.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a big
with
plot.
him being in the game, you can get him to get Scorpion on Shang Tsung's side.
Yep.
Get Scorpion to kill Sub-Zero. You can get Quan Chi to make Revenants again.
Yeah.
And make them look way better now that they're doing whatever the fuck they're doing now.
They're doing really well.
And then you can have Quan Chi make Ermac, if that's what happened. And then you can even have Quan Chi help Shang Tsung with, like, getting souls or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, just imagine this. Fucking Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, Kintaro, and Ermac walking around all together to go kill people.
That would be insane.
That would be fucking sick.
That would be insane. So yeah, I completely agree. DLC.
Alright, I don't know who this is. I think it's Lee May?
I think so.
Lee May? Lee May? No?
No. What's her name? Shit.
Kira? No. R? Does she name something R?
I don't know. Just go back to the list and then scroll.
Motaro, Nightwolf, Rain.
Quan Chi. Scroll past Quan Chi.
Sector. Shiva. Sindel. Striker. Fujin. Quan Chi. Serena. Serena is a demon from the Netherrealm. So she could help Quan Chi and everybody. Yep. She debuts in MK Mythologies as an assassin assigned by Quan Chi. DLC. It's all right there. It is all right there.
All right there.
Listen, there's a lot of things that can't happen in Mortal Kombat without Quan Chi. So killing him off to me
was a really
makes
bad choice.
no sense.
Didn't they kill him?
Oh, I didn't even think about this. Quan Chi can be his own aftermath.
He literally could. Yeah, he could.
Shang Tsung goes try to kill everybody, fails. Quan Chi goes and tries to kill everybody.
Succeeds.
and then you had that story of like, oh, do you pick Quan Chi's ending or do you pick Liu Kang's ending?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Shinnok? Is that the dude's name?
Hold on, I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done?
It goes to her. After being sparred by him, she assists him in defeating. After being spared by Sub-Zero. Okay, so Serena is a demon from Netherrealm. She is debuted in MK mythologies as an assassin assigned by Quan Chi to kill Sub-Zero. After being spared by, I'm guessing, Sub-Zero, she assists him in defeating Quan Chi, but is killed by Shinnok.
Damn!
Serena returns as a playable character in the tournament edition port of Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, which reveals Shinnok's attacks banish her to a lower plane of the Netherrealm. Escaping through a portal, she is offered asylum in Earthrealm by the younger Sub-Zero. However, the training mode of Armageddon sees her again serving Quan Chi, leading to her being defeated by Taven. Following a background cameo in 2011 reboot, Serena appears in the story mode of Mortal Kombat X, where she assists the Special Forces in battling the Netherrealm forces. Yeah.
So she's a flip-flopper.
Yeah. But I think it brings good story for the aftermath if we're thinking about it that way.
It definitely does.
Do I think she can be a main roster character?
No.
Honestly, yeah.
I don't think so.
I honestly do, because I think that could be the one thing.
Because, like, without Quan Chi being a main roster character, then she has no...
She has Shang Tsung.
I guess.
Bro, they're homies.
They're
homies. So I feel like with her being in there... she can like be in there, assigned by Shang Tsung to kill Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
And then she can like have a thing where Sub-Zero finally has a boo, and like she falls in love with Sub-Zero.
Ooh. Oh, and then they just make Frost again.
Yeah, man. But honestly, I think Serena could be base roster.
Base roster?
Yeah.
I do want to keep her in here.
Yeah, based on her story, I feel like she could be base roster. Because I feel like they can just replace Quan Chi with Shang Tsung.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Shinnok. So I feel like Shinnok might work better being with Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, Kintaro. Yeah, I think honestly, this DLC pack being Kintaro, Quan Chi, Shinnok, and either Ermac or like whatever.
As like what, former bosses?
Yeah, like the greater evil or something like that.
Because like doesn't MK do their DLC reveals like they're all in like a dark room and they're just like revealed one by one?
So I just want to throw this out there. I feel like there's gonna be 4 DLC packs.
You think there's gonna be 4?
Yeah, I feel like one of them is gonna be greater evil. So that being Kintaro, Quan Chi, Shinnok, and like maybe Onaga as DLC makes a lot of sense to me. I don't think you have to throw him in there, but you could if you wanted to.
Where is he?
Onaga. I don't know. I forgot what he looks like.
Is he ball and chain guy?
No, that's Malak.
I forgot.
I think Onaga is right next to Cobra.
Oh, this dude.
Yeah, I think that's Onaga. But I feel like those 4 being DLC...
That would be fucking insane. Oh my god.
Right? And then for ninjas, Noob, Ermac, Cyrax Sector as one character. If they're not one character, then I think separated would be kind of alright.
Yeah.
As like the ninjas. Because if you look at the thing, I don't think any other ninjas are coming back. So I feel like them 4. I feel like them 4 could be like the ninja pack.
Mm-hmm.
You could put Jade in there, but I don't think so.
So this dude.
So we're on that dude?
Yeah, we're on this dude.
I wanted to talk about Shinnok.
Oh, yeah.
He's banished former elder god who invades and annexes the realm of Adania. He's a banished former elder god who invades and annexes the realm of Adania with the aid of Quan Chi.
Yep. So
forces with aid of Quan Chi's forces and the traitorous Adania Tanya. Before declaring war against the elder god, specifically waiting for his punishment. But his mission fails after he is defeated by the perennial Mortal Kombat champion Liu Kang. So,
and then he was brought back in
MKX.
MKX
By Liu Kang.
He was defeated by Cassie, right?
Yeah, he was defeated by the cages.
The cages.
And then he like got his head chopped off, and then he was brought back by Liu Kang in MK11.
Damn.
Yeah, and like the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Shinnok could be the DLC. That dude.
This dude.
Jarek?
I think so.
Jarek is a member of the Black Dragon clan, established as the last known member of the Black Dragon. He possesses Kano's special moves and fatalities.
What?
He helps defend Earthrealm against Shinnok, but falls off a cliff in the aftermath when the special forces attempt to arrest him. In Armageddon, Jarek is revealed to have survived and develops an obsession with killing all of his opponents. Jarek also appears as one of the bosses in Mortal Kombat Special Forces, where he is defeated by Jax in the Mortal Kombat X prequel comic. He's imprisoned and outruled by Kotal Khan. He makes a brief appearance in the 2022 animated film Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind, in which he is quickly killed by main character Kenshi.
I think he stays put.
You don't think he's coming back?
I don't think he's coming back. Man, I mean, he did survive falling off a cliff. I was about to be like, man died falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
How lame. But I guess he did.
Yeah, they literally
that.
say that he was Kano, and then
He's
he got killed. He got
guy.
killed and stopped multiple times. So I feel like
he stays put.
He ain't coming back.
This dude.
If he does, it'd be interesting.
It would be very interesting if he came back.
So I think that's Kai. Kai is a Shaolin monk, a member of the White Lotus Society, who is one of the chosen warriors defending the Earthrealm from Shinnok. Afterwards, he goes on a quest for self-enlightenment, although he returns in Armageddon. According to Ed Boon, Kai was developed as an African-American character who was very nimble like Liu Kang. With vertical fireball projectiles, he was also the first character to perform a handstand during gameplay, which was intended to be his main fighting style in Armageddon, but Boone stated this was prevented by time limitations.
Okay.
So, basically what they're saying is he's an African-American Liu Kang.
I think he stays put.
With that in mind, I think he could replace Liu Kang. Because if you think about it, Liu Kang is not going to get involved as much unless there's a big evil.
Right.
So I feel like could he be base roster? Yes.
I just, based on what you just told me, there's no story for him whatsoever.
Yeah, I feel like he could, though. Like, think about it this way. If, like, an African-American Liu Kang came in to replace Liu Kang to develop that friendship with Kung Lao while Liu Kang is being a god.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
So I do think he stays there, but I do think they could build story for him to be in the game. So I don't...
It'll be like this dude, if he's in the game, it's like, oh, really cool.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't...
Should we make a thing where, like, it would be cool? Like a... Should we make another thing, like,
yeah,
could be in the game?
We can definitely,
Please don't reset it. I think it's right under... Like, so, no. So scroll up. See where it says DLC, and it shows, like, an arrow.
Right here?
Yeah. Didn't do what I thought it did. Go up.
Oh my god.
So, go to the settings thing. And then add row above.
Above.
And then
New! Would be cool. Right?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do it.
Who can be... We'll do possibility characters.
Okay.
Possibility... Let's see wise. Characters.
Okay.
Possibility characters. And that we'll put Jarek in there and we'll put Kai in there.
I will make a weird argument
that Motaro can be
in there.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of curious on how they would do his moveset.
Put a chameleon and
female chameleon.
Yeah, put both of them in possibility characters. Yeah, because they can possibility be cameos.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Sick. So we added another one.
All right. So now we got Meat. All right. So
DLC.
Meat was originally a skin created by art director that would depict each fighter in Mortal Kombat 4 as a bloodied corpse. Yeah. After being established as a canonical character in Deception's Conquest mode, he received a backstory and unique special moves in Armageddon. As Armageddon ending reveals that he is an experiment created by Shang Tsung, who escaped the Sorcerer's clutches before he could be completed. States that Meat. Armageddon also states that Meat assists Shinnok, although this relationship is not established in the game.
I think either DLC or possibility character. I don't think he's base roster at all. And I think he's too... I think the fan base thinks that he's too good to be cameo. Like the MK fan base. Because there was a big, like, bring back Meat.
Was there?
Yeah.
I didn't see that shit.
You didn't see that?
No. I feel like Meat is... I don't feel like Meat's good enough for DLC. I don't think Meat has a moveset for cameo.
He had like a wrestling moveset.
I feel like he could be possibility characters. Because the whole story with Shang Tsung could be a story, but like if you hear his story and hear everything about Meat, he literally just sounds like he could be a filler.
He's so cool though.
Like the thing in my opinion is Meat is a character to replace another character that they don't want to put in.
I guess, yeah.
Which doesn't make sense for this game,
right?
In my opinion. So I feel like Meat could be DLC, sure. Do I feel like he can be cameo, sure. I don't think he can ever be base roster, but he could be a possible character.
Rico.
Reiko is a general. Reiko is a general who has served. Okay, hold on. Reiko is a general who has served Shinnok and Shao Kahn. He first appears assisting Shinnok's invasion in Mortal Kombat 4, while Armageddon depicts him under Shao Kahn's command. After making him a background cameo in the 2011 reboot, he appears in the Mortal Kombat X prequel comics where he becomes a blood god before being betrayed and killed by Havoc. That's sick. The character is added in Mortal Kombat 4 to replace New Sabat after developers found that the game had too many ninja characters. While his original ending simply depicted him walking through a portal, Reiko's ending showed him wearing the helmet of Shao Kahn. This led to speculation that Reiko was Shao Kahn, which was dispelled when the conquest mode of Deception revealed that Reiko would sneak into Shao Kahn's throne to wear his helmet. In an interview, stated that Reiko was intended to be a reincarnation of Shao Kahn, but the story would be disregarded in later installments. Nevertheless, Reiko's appearance and special moves in Armageddon be stylized after Shao Kahn. So I feel like Reiko should be in the base roster.
You think so?
Because imagine taking out Shao Kahn to have Reiko replace Shao Kahn.
I like that idea.
Because then they can make the blood
god.
They can make the Reiko become the blood god before being betrayed and killed by Havoc canon in the story.
Yeah. They definitely could. I like that idea.
So that would mean that Havoc
I was either going to say base roster or DLC.
Yeah, I feel like that would mean that Havoc has to be in the game if you could find him. I don't know where he is.
Havoc is right here. And base or...
I think base roster.
Base roster.
Because I know people have been clamoring.
Who's this bitch?
Tanya.
Tanya.
I'm saying base roster.
What?
Yeah, because Edenia. Tanya is an Edenian who aligns herself with the serious villains, often acting out of self-preservation. She betrays Edenia to Shinnok in MK4, Onaga in MK Deception. In the story mode of Mortal Kombat X, Tanya joins Melina's rebellion against Kodokan with the intent of liberating Edenia from the Outworld. She is defeated by Devore, but spared at Cassie Cage's behest. So yeah, so I feel like she's base roster. I feel like Tanya's going to replace Jade.
Okay. Tremor. I think he stays put, honestly.
I don't see Tremor coming back. Like, I don't see Tremor being in the base roster or in DLC. Well, I see him. He's in DLC when Scorpion is in the game, but I don't see him being in the base roster while Scorpion's in the game. Yeah, I know he plays completely different than Scorpion, but I don't know what story this man got. Tremor is a ninja member of the Black Dragon clan. He's, as implied by his name, he's able to manipulate it. Yeah. He is initially depicted as a brown-clad ninja, but would be redesigned to have a body made out of rocks. Originally intended as a playable character for Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Tremor instead debuted as a boss in Special Forces, where he was killed by Jax. He made his playable debut as a downloadable character in MKX, although he has no involvement in the story.
None.
In the MKX prequel comic, it is revealed that Tremor was imprisoned in Outworld by Kodokan. Yeah, so I think he stays put, because I don't think Kodokan's going to be in this game.
Blaze!
Yeah, he stays put.
He stays put. Bright Show. I want him so bad to be DLC.
I think he's cameo.
You think he's cameo?
Yeah, I don't think we have enough cameo fighters.
Yeah.
And Bright Show's entire moveset screams cameo.
I want him so bad. So, like, imagine they're all, like, in like, the DLC reveal. They're all, like, facing off, and they're, like, getting ready to fight. And just some old guy, like, vomits in front of him.
I'm just saying,
and he's like,
imagine...
I'm ready.
Imagine they treat Bright Show's vomit like Aaron Black's poison.
Poison mist? Yeah, or not the poison.
Just imagine...
Just the poison.
Imagine having to pick Bright Show because he's the best cameo fighter and his moves work very well with combos, but he's so disgusting. Like,
I want him to be in the game. So
I know.
He's so funny. Alright, I'll yeah.
I just don't think they're ready to make Bright Show kind of like how Hagrid is in Harry Potter. I don't think they're ready to do that.
I mean, that's fair.
Draman. Draman is a demonic Oni who resides in another realm. He and Moloch are hired by Quan Chi to protect him against Scorpion in exchange for free. With another realm. After Quan Chi betrays them, they align themselves with Shang Tsung to help him counter Quan Chi's treachery. While Shang Tsung's palace, Draman and Moloch encounter Scorpion, whom they defeat by throwing into the palace's tornado. Draman returns in the Mortal Kombat X prequel comic, where he is killed by Quan Chi.
Fuck. I think possible character.
Yeah.
I think possible character. For sure.
If you're putting him there, you have to put Moloch there.
Where is he? Here?
Yeah.
I want both of them to come back.
Draman is like one of my favorite characters. I've always had the memory of a dude in a green mask with that like silver thing on his arm, and I thought for years that he was meat. And I didn't know who he was.
Surrounding him.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was. I wanted him to be in the game for so long, but I didn't know who he was.
Base roster. No.
But I love Draman.
Frost.
Yeah, I don't think she's...
Stay put.
Yeah.
This dude.
I don't even know how to say his name. As a member of Red Dragon Clan, this is literally how to say his name. Call him How.
How?
What name?
Hesu
How.
How?
How.
How?
How.
Right there.
Like right here.
Hezu?
Hesu How?
Hezu How?
Hezu How. We'll call him Ho. The member of the Red Dragon Clan,
We'll call him How.
distinguished by his cybernetic heart after infiltrating the special forces.
Yeah, he was from Armageddon.
Yeah, it destroys their Outworld Investigation Agency branch.
Yeah, I don't think
with a nuclear device.
any of those characters will actually matter because the whole storyline is being erased.
That means they can come back.
Yeah,
that means they can
somewhere
come back.
else, in a different form, somewhere else.
See, I think
another reason why they would come back.
He's eventually found by Jax, who kills him by ripping out his cybernetic heart.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So
I think he stays put because of the fact that we put Jax at cameo. Because this man looks tired.
Yeah, he's tired. He's gone.
So yeah, I think he stays put. Kenshi.
So in his, if I'm not mistaken, in his MKX,
he has no story.
He has
no. Like literally on the Wikipedia, he has no story.
That's BS.
Who thinks that we actually have food in our fridge?
So I think in Kenshi's tower arcade story thing, he and Takeda go on a mission to find the person that killed his mother.
Yeah.
Now,
what game had the biggest roster?
With the whole reset,
I think it was Armageddon, right?
Armageddon.
Yes, it was.
It was definitely Armageddon.
It was the most biggest fucking, like, I think that was the most greatest part of
with the whole reset, he doesn't die.
No. I think he's base roster only to make Takeda.
Right.
Wouldn't it be messed up if we end up getting the same characters to start off with as what we started off with in the original?
Yeah.
Like 4 characters?
Right. For the time being, and then they start doing the DLC packs.
I have another
which will
question.
lead on to a different timeline.
If Kenshi is brought back because of Liu Kang's new timeline, would he be blind? Because Liu Kang can technically fix that, just like he can fix Jax's arms.
He can technically fix it, but if Kenshi didn't want him to fix it...
But there's no... Liu Kang can't hear from Kenshi.
He technically can. He's a god.
I mean,
he can talk to the dead.
Yes, he can.
Yeah. I don't know. Because if you think about it that way...
I don't think Kenshi is as good as he is if he's
not
blind.
But if you think about it that way, though... If you think about the fact that he could actually see...
He could be cameo.
I feel like he could be... You know what? I feel like he can be base roster, and then someone can, like... If Liu Kang brought his eyes back, someone can pluck out his eyes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shit's be brutal. Li Mei is an Outworld native from a small village who is forced into a tournament by Shang Tsung and Quan Chi with a promise that her victory would free her village. However, upon winning the tournament, Shang Tsung attempts to place her soul into the corpse of one of Onaga's soldiers. MK Deception reveals that Li Mei was saved by Baraicho, but her contact with the corpse causes her to feel a connection with Onaga. She makes a brief appearance in the story mode of MKX, where she leads a number of Outworld refugees into Earthrealm after Melina uses Shinnok's amulet to destroy her village. Reception to Li Mei has been mixed, with criticism directed towards her deception design. Feeling she was only distinguished by her ridiculous outfit of a bandana and underwear. Damn.
I think she stays put. If I'm being completely honest.
I feel like Li Mei could be a possible character.
A possible character.
But I honestly don't think she returns.
Yeah, I think
so. I feel like you can put her in possibility characters.
Okay.
Only because of the attachment to Melina, but I don't see it.
This dude.
Movado is a high-ranking member of the Red Dragon clan, as his clan's top priority is the elimination of the Black Dragon. He aligns himself with Quan Chi Shang Tsung when they promise to hand over Kano to him for his services. Movado defeats Kenshi on their behest, but this deception reveals that he was killed by Cabal after an unsuccessful attempt on Cabal's life. But he returns in Mortal Kombat Armageddon to continue to serve the Red Dragon. Movado has a minor role in the Mortal Kombat X Comment prequel, where he's killed by Cassie Cage, originally named Malvado, the Spanish word for evil. The idea was nixed due to the belief that it did not fit in the Mortal Kombat universe. He is the first character in the series to a physical object of a body-propelled special attack, which he performs by shooting 2 bungee cords into the ground and slingshotting himself feet first to dropkick his opponent. That's just sick.
Yep.
This attack was incorporated into his boot thrust fatality.
I think he's possible character.
Yeah.
And I just realized something. Without Kano, there's no Black Dragon.
Yeah.
There's no Black Dragon clan.
Yeah.
Without him being in the base game, there's no...
The Black Dragon doesn't exist. Is that he was killed, though. And if he's in the base game...
But he was killed. Liu Kang reset the timeline.
Yeah, but would Liu Kang reset the timeline to put him in, knowing that he's going to cause chaos?
I mean, does he have control over who he puts back into the timeline? Or is he just resetting everything that's already happened?
I don't know. Because if you saw, he put in the trailer, he put Katana in. He put Melina in, who looked like she was protecting Katana.
Right.
He put Scorpion in, who looked like she wasn't going to kill Sub-Zero.
Right.
And in every timeline that Sub-Zero and Scorpion are in, Sub-Zero ends up killing... Scorpion ends up killing Sub-Zero.
Right.
So, from the looks of it, everyone looks all peaceful and everything until Shang Tsung comes.
Right. And that's the thing, is that Shang Tsung could revive Kano.
But how does... See, my thing is that Shang Tsung is able to, 1, figure out a way to revive himself all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, I feel like he would be able to figure out a way to go to multiple timelines.
That's true. He can, like, go to multiple timelines and grab people from different timelines and be like, hey, you guys are my army now.
Yeah. So that's why I think a lot of the characters, like Reptile could be in there. Like, I want to say Smoke. I mean, maybe Smoke. But I don't think he would be revived by Shang Tsung.
No.
Who is that character next to Nightwolf?
Next to Nightwolf? Where? Oh, Rain.
Who is the character next to Rain?
Shiva.
I mean, I don't think Shiva died.
Shiva didn't die.
He could definitely revive Sindel.
Yeah.
If Liu Kang decides not to bring her back. Yeah, I feel like... okay, so I'll say if you want to put Kano in the base roster, you can.
I think I do.
But...
yeah.
Do you really think Shang Tsung would bring back Kano, expecting him to not turn on him?
Yeah, the thing is, though, is that, like, nobody's ever used, like, life against Kano.
Yeah,
be like,
true.
I brought you back, and I can kill you again if you turn your back on me.
Yeah.
Kano would be like, alright, man, like, you don't gotta be like that.
But then Kano could also get persuaded by the hero people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how he plays his part. But I'm saying there's no Black Dragon clan without Kano.
Yeah, but then now with Kano being in there, I feel like there's so many people that can be in there.
Do you think so?
Yeah, like all the Red Dragon Clan people can be in there, possibly. I don't think we're going to change it, but we'll go back if we need to.
Okay.
We do need a lot more cameos.
We need to put this dude somewhere.
Was he the Black Dragon Clan attached to Kano?
Yeah.
I feel like...
Possible character?
Yeah.
Yeah? Mocap?
Yeah, keep him there.
Keep him there. What's her name?
Moloch.
We already put in there.
Yep.
Natara. So Natara is a vampire from the realm. Yeah, I definitely think she can be
Cameo?
revived by Shang Tsung.
You think so?
I think she can definitely be revived by Shang Tsung.
So
I don't know. I don't think she's base roster. I definitely don't think
think
she's cameo.
possible.
I think possible.
roster.
I hate to fill this up because
because like the fact that she could be in base roster and she could be DLC,
yeah.
but we can't like
Scorpion.
Scorpion's up there already. He's right there. Scorpion's up there, bro.
Okay.
Where are we? This
She's a
dude.
demon. She's a demon?
Yeah.
Ashra is the demon from the Netherrealm who discovers a magical sword that cleanses her soul when she uses it to kill demons.
Who?
Ashra.
Oh,
Which is the person after, yeah.
This bitch.
As having a purified soul will allow her to escape Netherrealm, Ashra plots to kill Noob Saibot to complete her redemption. Her Armageddon biography reveals that after leaving the Netherrealm, she is tasked with killing the vampires in the place that Natara is in. Natara's Armageddon biography further reveals that Ashra's sword merely manipulates its wielder into believing it purifies them by killing vampires, setting up a conflict between Natara and Ashra. The storyline, however, is not depicted in the game. Edmund commented that the character was commonly misconceived as a female version of Raiden due to her similar outfit, and believes she would have the biggest impact out of new characters from Deception.
I don't think she's in the game.
There was nothing special. Someone opinion that there was nothing special about her. Someone else made note of the character's modest outfit in contrast to the franchise's other female characters. They criticized her minor role in the story. So I feel like the best thing to do is that Ashra, unlikely, I feel like the best thing to do is that if Ed Boon really wanted to have her have like a high impact in the game,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the best thing to do is make her a cameo and change her up, up her like look,
Cameo?
so that people don't say that she's like a female Raiden.
Right.
They change up her look a little bit. Also, I want to put her there because we don't have a lot of cameos, and I feel like her moveset, could work with cameo.
Right.
Possibly. Who are we on? Dairu?
Yeah.
Dairu is a mercenary from Saito, the Realm of Order. He was formerly a member of the Realm's Guardsmen until he was imprisoned after killing an assailant out of rage. After escaping from prison, he began following his own personal code and is hired by an unknown individual to assassinate Hataru. It is implied in Darius' biography and ending, respectively, that he is responsible for tricking Dairu into killing the individual he believed murdered his family, and additionally hired him to steal the realm's declaration of order. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
Boom.
Darius, the leader of a resistant movement in Order Realm. He seems to overthrow his realm's government, believing they are too oppressive towards the citizens. To accomplish his goal, Darius exploits the laws of his realm to manipulate others into joining his movement. His biography implies that he led Daru's family murdered to instigate Daru's removal from the Guardsmen. Yeah, I think Darius is staying there too.
Damn.
Havoc, we already moved.
Yep.
Hataru. Hataru is a high-ranking guardsman in Order Realm. Although not inherently evil, he aligns himself with Onaga due to Onaga's reputation for preserving order. As part of his alignment, Hataru pursues Sub-Zero for killing many of Onaga's Tarakatan warriors. In turn, Hataru is pursued by Daru, who receives a contract to assassinate him. He's depicted by killing Daru and Darius and Kenshi in their respective endings, but the 2011 reboot reveals that his death occurred during the final battle of Armageddon.
I think he stays put.
I think he stays put too. Kira is a member of the Black Dragon Clan. I think she could be cameo.
You think so?
Yeah.
She looks like Lara Croft.
Yeah, who possesses the abilities of Kano and Sonya Blade. She also wields the same daggers as Kano. Formerly an arms dealer, she becomes the first recruit of Cabal's new clan in Deception. Early into the conquest mode of MK Armageddon, Kira is seen guarding a bridge alongside Cobra. Kira, however, abandons Cobra during his battle with Taven, which she loses. So yeah, I feel like she can be there to be like she can like be a cameo for Kano to like be like a female Black Dragon member.
Yeah.
That like Kano can like talk to about like the fact that he's like indifferent about being with Shang Tsung and joining new people.
Yep.
Cobra, I feel like
think
stays there.
Stays there. Yep.
Like he is a member of the Black Dragon Clan, but
he's just a boxer.
Onaga, which I think we moved to DLC.
We moved to DLC.
Shujinko,
I think
the old dude.
Honestly.
With the ability to copy the powers of his opponents. Yeah, I think it would be so cool if these two were in here because they're brothers. Right.
They're brothers and they haven't been in a game since Armageddon.
Yeah.
I think it would be so cool for them to be like possible characters.
And to become bones. His parents informing the Red Dragon Clan. When Tavon is probably fights for the right to fight his Blaze, but he is defeated by his older brother.
Yep, which is Taven.
He appears in Mortal Kombat X prequel comic, which establishes him as the killer of Takeda's mother.
Bro, what? Actually, what?
Dagon murdered Takeda's mother?
That's actually lit. Possible characters.
I'm putting Dagon cameo. I don't know if they would make him base roster. Wait, what?
You didn't know that?
That Dagon killed Takeda's mother?
Yeah.
No. No one knew that. Not even the people that played Mortal Kombat X. They didn't even go in detail on that in Mortal Kombat X.
That's insane.
Well, they didn't go deep in detail in the game with it, but they really did deep, detailed descriptions.
Yeah.
When they were actually like telling everybody about it.
Yeah.
And then his brother Taven.
Yeah, I feel like if Dagon is cameo, then Taven's cameo.
Bro, because like
they did more on that story with XL. Mortal Kombat XL.
Because the whole thing is that the conquest, the whole story mode of Armageddon was based on Taven defeating his brother.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. The whole entire story mode was so cool.
What should pick this quest to say the run by claiming Blade's power? The mode ends with Taven's defeating Blaze, but his victory does not stop the final battle. As it said, it causes the other warriors to become more powerful. The 2011 reboot, however, established that Shao Kahn claimed Blaze's power, implying that Taven was defeated by Blaze. Taven has not been featured. And due to difficulty in naming the character Taven, Taven was originally called Bob until his final name was determined. It had been revealed that he initially opposed Taven's final name before it made perfect sense to him. Reception to Taven was mostly negative. Someone called him utterly generic. Named the series' second worst fighter, describing him as the most bland character in Mortal Kombat history. Similar criticism was shared by this one dude, ranking him really bad. the character and opinion.
Yo, what's
Taven's
up?
generic design didn't do him any
up,
favors. They didn't say anything about Taven's character at all, besides the fact that he fought Blaze.
So the whole thing was like
Dagon killed Takeda's mother.
That's
That's just
insane.
crazy.
That's insane. We found that out before they did. Before Takeda did. They're still on that journey to this day. They're still on that journey.
Bro, imagine being on that journey, finally finding Dagon, and then Liu Kang was at the timeline.
Bro, I would
be
if the portal opened up, right? And they walked through, and all they see is Liu Kang doing this. I would beat the fuck out of Liu Kang.
Just imagine Takeda's like she's Dagon. He's like, Dagon, you mother! Brought to a new timeline.
I would be so pissed,
dude. Oh man.
I'll
okay,
be like,
Scarlet.
No, you bring him right here so I can decapitate him.
Okay, so Scarlet.
Yeah, Scarlet.
Should she be brought back?
I think
as a cameo.
Yeah. I was either gonna be like as cameo or as base roster. She needs a redo.
Yeah.
She's been getting shafted ever since she got introduced.
I feel like she should be cameo this year, and then she can be reintroduced next year.
She needs a redo.
Okay, so Cassie, I feel like is DLC.
You think Cassie's DLC?
Hear me out.
You think all the children are DLC?
Yeah.
They have like a child.
They have
DLC.
They have a kid pack. So Cassie, Devora, no. Cassie, Jackie, Takeda, and Kung Jin.
Boom. And my boy Takeda.
And then I feel like Kung Jin's in the DLC by association rather than his character being that popular.
Yeah, I love Takeda though.
So we have a ninja pack, we have a evil boss pack, we have a kids pack. Yeah.
Devora.
So we're at Devora. I think she is cameo.
You think she's cameo?
Yeah.
Because didn't she die?
I honestly don't know.
MK11?
I got no clue for you, bro.
I don't know. I think Melina killed her, but I don't know.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Aaron Black.
Wait, so we have 3 packs for DLC, and then we would have a guest character pack. So,
yes.
Aaron Black, he's cameo.
He's cameo.
Yeah, Ferritor is staying there.
Staying there.
Kodokan is staying there.
I do think. Hear me out. For all of the time, people. I think in the story something goes wrong with the timeline. To where Liu Kang accidentally brings these people back.
Okay.
Like,
so
because
where would you put them?
Base game.
Okay.
Because one, he just got his powers. Liu Kang just got his powers, so he's not going to be fluent in using them. So something going wrong in him resetting the timeline makes sense.
Right.
And then does that put her with them? Are they all?
Yeah, or not Collector.
Well, no, not Collector. I was saying.
So okay, here's what I think. I think Chronica, which is the girl you're on, is cameo. Go-To should be in DLC. Goro?
Goro?
Go-To? Go-To. I don't know who Go-To is.
Goten?
Yeah, I feel like Goten should be DLC.
Definitely.
In Dragon Ball Fighters.
100%. So you think that she is
a cameo? Her whole moveset screams cameo.
But then I think
Garrus is in the base roster.
Base roster.
I don't think Chronica is in the game at all.
You don't think so?
I don't think she's in the game at all. Bro. If she is in the game, I think
she wasn't even in the game on MK11.
I think if she's in the game, she's DLC.
You think so?
Because there could be a DLC thing to where Chronica Kronika gets brought back by Shang Tsung because Shang Tsung figures out a way to like bring her back, like in a different timeline.
That's fair.
So I feel like she gets brought back by Shang Tsung
in DLC.
In DLC, yeah.
And then Collector.
Wait, who's in the boss pack? It'd be Kentaro, Quan Chi, Shinnok, Onaga, and then Kronika.
Is that too many?
That is a little bit too many.
Alright, so should we just do this and call it even?
We can put Kronika.
Impossible characters?
No, okay, put Kronika in there. Put Onaga in possible characters.
Oh, okay. So do a little this.
Yeah, because I honestly feel like Onaga could be base roster. I just don't know.
And then Collector.
Collector stays there. Because I feel like Garrus could be... I feel like Garrus is the only one that I think from the time people that could actually be there. Because I think when Liu Kang resets the timeline, he like keeps the water, the blood water, the same.
Yeah.
And he forgets Garrus was in that water. And then Garrus finds a way to get out.
I just think something going wrong with Liu Kang resetting the timeline makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but I feel like the best thing like to do, the best way to do that is Garrus and Garrus himself. And then you can make Garrus an actual character.
That's
himself.
That's why I wanted, because like they didn't really get that much representation because they were presented as the big evil.
Right.
Of the whole game.
Alright, so let's now look at possible characters and see what we can do to like get them shrink down.
Okay.
So let's start with the dude from the far left. Who's that? He's got a name. I think he meant Goro. I don't know.
Go to should be DLC. He should not be DLC. If you meant Goro, he should not be DLC. He's not coming back.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He was right before the Kano lookalike. Or the Kano wannabe.